Hey guys, Bowie here, and today we're going to talk about Alchemist. How a big brain man managed to win a game as Alchemist without sacrificing his towers and his entire team in the process. Let's start with the laning stage. They lose all but one bounty, and Netta is against a very strong duo lane, having only a red bird by his side. It's quite clear how tough this lane is, and you basically have two scenarios for a game like this one. You either trade regen like crazy to get the experience from the lane, or you can jungle, which is what 33 does, but at the right moment, at level 3. But notice exactly how he does that. You need level 3 to jungle, because level 1 acid spray is quite bad, so he walks up to the lane to get the experience, he then waits for the range creep to die to get even more experience, and TPs to the triangle at the right time to get a double stack. Since he's jungling, mana regen and armor are great, and Basilius is pretty much the best item that he can afford at the moment. I believe he could have probably stacked with Acid Spray the medium camp and attacked the large one, so he farms that one more effective and faster with his time, since the large camp is still quite a challenge for him, but regardless, he decides to go back for the other one and finish it. It's important to note how he positions himself on the leash point of the camps, so that the creeps waste time walking instead of attacking him. That's very important when you're low level. He stacks the large camps again, but farms the medium one again to get his level 4. And then keep stacking the camp whilst faring selves. As a safe lane Alchemist, you cannot afford to prioritize the passive since you farm too slowly with all levels of Acid Spray. One of the reasons you see way more dire Alchemist than Radiant is that the triangle camps are way closer to the other jungle camps, meaning you can farm them and stack the large one with Acid Spray, greatly increasing your farming speed, but all of this doesn't matter. What you're here for is the Helm of the Dominator 33 goes for. This item and his great talents is what allows him to... Okay, so let's forward this a little bit. And what you want to be doing is farming the triangle and making sure you stack another camp on the other side until the Helm of the Dominator is completed. Once that happens, and okay, let me just refrain. You don't have to go Helm of the Dominator every game, but in a game where you have to jungle from level 3, I completely understand what he's doing here, and it works really well. Once you get that item, the tomato's job is to look for empty lanes so that not only they don't hit your tower, but that you can get levels and gold from it. Jungling from level 3 severely hinders your experience progression and your power spikes, but with this item, 33 makes sure that his team doesn't suffer from his pick by addressing the tower pressure and benefiting from it at the same time. He denies a haste rune, and he gets 700 gold from farming this camp at the creeps, even though his passive is only level 2. But to reiterate, the beauty of this is not the farm, but the fact that you do farm without getting tower pressured. Note that he gets gank here. Without his intervention with the creep, not only he will die, but the Meteor 1 tower would fall quickly, and on top of that, his tomato drags a bunch of creeps that would be really hard for him to access, so that top doesn't push and his jungle is safe. Radiant starts to understand how important the Dominator creep is in slowing down the game, but as 33 wastes their time and mana, he reuses the Helm of the Dominator to deny them the gold, whilst he preps a little troll dude to once again hijack the creep wave with the catapult. As 33 does that, he is farming camps with the same Acid Spray, he deals with the catapult later on, and he uses the Helm of the Dominator creep to scout the area, making sure that Lina and Ogre waste even more time trying to deal with him since he is a little ward. At 13 minutes, the Meteor 1 tower is still up, even though Alk died 2 times and barely hit any lane creeps, at least in their own lanes. In a game this high level, this is unheard of, but the lane creep control he was able to acquire with the item completely changed the game and bought him and his team a lot of time. Even after all that struggle, 33 effectively gets a 14-minute Radiance with the Dominator shenanigans. I could end the video here, but there's one extra thing I think it's worth noting about the way 33 plays and any very high MMR player. As you can see, his carry is dead, and he has gold for the relic. Anxious and lower MMR players would probably walk up to the base, get the recipe, TP to the shrine, and buy the relic. But that not only would take ages, it would also mean his TP is on cooldown while he's not farming, getting any experience, addressing any lanes, and then he would be stuck in the secret shop. High MMR players very rarely walk back to base to pick up items, even if they are big, even if they farm faster. And I mean, we're talking about core players here, you know. As a core player, you know, you want to be pushing lanes, you want to be addressing everything and farming, accelerating. Support players, you know, it's a little different. If you get a Blink Dagger as a shaker, you do walk back to the base. But unless they already have to go back to the base because they are low in HP and mana, they will keep farming. You might think you farm faster with Radiance on Alchemist, but Alch's passive works accumulating creeps until you're getting that 32 for each creep that you kill, which means you have to farm 8 to 9 creeps until you're back to that level. So he just keeps dragging the creeps, controlling lanes, and accelerating, protecting the top tier 2 tower so that he can jungle in peace, and only at 16 minutes, when the courier respawns, he gets his phase boots and Radiance completed. Guys, thank you very much for watching, commenting, and subscribing. The plan for today was actually creating a series of Alchemist videos so that you guys can farm as much MMR as possible until the next patch comes. But then I stumbled into this game and I felt like it deserved a video of its own. Don't worry though, tomorrow and in the following days until whatever patch drops, we will have Alchemist Wick so that you guys can learn the ins and outs of a hero that is broken, yes, but instead of winning maybe 60% of your games, we can up that to about 80%. As always, I'm back at creating free content for you, but if you want to make this channel's life a little easier, check my Patreon rewards and see if any of them are of your liking. I'm coaching, so you can check that as well, and I'm streaming 2 or 3 games early in the morning if you want to watch me on Twitch or YouTube. Yes, I'm back at streaming on YouTube. I'm not gonna save the VODs, and I'm barely reading the comments, but whatever, I'm doing that. Thank you a lot, guys. Have a good one, and bye.